What up, YouTube? This is my squat strength 3 weeks out session. So this is me doing a set of 340 pounds for 3 reps, and the goal was to hit an RPE of 9 within the 3 sets of 340 that I did, and just to add reps or take away reps depending on how I felt, whether or not I hit the RPE of 9 or not. So the first set seemed to go okay. However, 340 felt a little too heavy, and I kept the weight static, but the weight just felt a little too heavy this day, and I'm not quite sure why. I've been getting pretty adequate sleep, pretty adequate nutrition, so it's just something I'm just gonna have to play around with. I guess I'll see next week when I go to squat again if it feels any better. But I really want to put up some pretty big numbers for this meet coming up, and the way the bar was moving with 340, I just don't think I'd get much above what I did in the last meet. So just got to keep on grinding. Here is my second set at 340 for a set of 3, and this is recorded from the front. You can see where my knees track. They kind of track inward when I squat up. On the first rep it wasn't too bad, but on the next 2 reps it was a little bit more noticeable, and that's something I'm always conscientious about. But I think I've done a pretty good job of pushing my knees out when the weight gets heavier. I always have one side that tends to cave in more than the other, but I'm always looking at things like that when I record myself, and I recommend anybody that is having any sort of form issue or something like that just to record themselves and just actually analyze their form to see what they can correct. So there's Nick doing a set of 315 for 3, and he made that look real easy. Here is my last set of 3 at 340 pounds, and I definitely hit like an RP of 9.5 on this, and you can see it in my bar speed, especially on the last rep. If I wasn't wearing a belt, I obviously would have gotten stuck, and I'll point that out in this rep right here where I would have gotten stuck, right there where I start going really slow. If I wasn't wearing a belt, I can guarantee you I would have failed out at that. And here is Nick going in on his last set of 315, and he had real good speed on his second set, so he managed to go ahead and grind out 6 reps, and it didn't look too difficult. I'm pretty sure Nick beat me in squats today, even though he did a little bit less weight. He did a lot more reps with 315, and his form just looked a lot better than mine did. So props to Nick. And then moving on, we went into some hip thrust. This is 225 pounds on the bar, and I got 8 reps here. And what's interesting is I got 8 reps in this set, and then the 2 sets after this that were not recorded, I managed to get 10 reps. I put my back on the bench a little bit higher than it is in this clip, or I guess lower. The bench was lower on my back was higher on the bench. If that makes sense. And I was able to get a little bit more reps, and it wasn't hurting my lower back as much. So next time I do a hip thrust, I will, I guess, do it the other way and show you the differences, and probably do like a side-by-side comparison. And I know you can do both styles of hip thrusts. I guess it's really based on the individual. Brett Contreras has a really good tutorial video on the hip thrust. I will go ahead and link that down below in the description box if anyone's interested in actually learning what this movement does. Basically, it just works the hamstrings and glutes and helps with a lockout position on deadlift. I mean, that's what I use it for. There's a number of other things that it is helpful for, so I'll just link Brett's video down below just because it's pretty informative. And it's also pretty long, but it goes over all the basics and different ways to do hip thrusts. Finishing up the day, did if you look on YouTube for Defranco's Ab Circuit or Defranco's Ab Routine or something like that, you'll find that routine that Nick and I just did. So we did that, finished up with some dead bugs, 5 reps on each side. So if you like the video, guys, give me a like rating, comment, subscribe, and I'll see you in the next training clip.